Okay, we're going to vote. Howie.
Yes.
Heidi.
Mike Goodwin, I give you a yes.
Sophia.
Yes for Mike.
You've got 4 yeses. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was comedian Mike Goodwin finding out that he got 4 yeses on America's Got Talent back in 2021. The show now celebrating 20 years of showcasing amazing talent, passion, and entertainment. And guess what? We have Mr. Goodwin in studio for WIS Midday. Mike, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank y'all for having me.
You know, 20 years of AGT. Let's just talk about you a little bit.
Right.
Where you're from here in the Midlands and how it felt to be part of such an incredible show.
I'm from Camden,
Okay.
South Carolina, born and raised, a proud Bulldog. And that was a surreal moment. Even watching it just now, it was like gave me chills because I just would have never thought a young boy from Camden, South Carolina on the big stage of NBC.
Tell us a little bit about your story here. How'd you get into comedy and to perform?
Yeah, so I started doing comedy at my church.
Okay.
So I go to Right Direction, Church International, and I did a New Year's Eve service. That was the first time I've ever been on stage. Did great. I had a standing ovation. And then I was terrible for the next 2 years. I was awful. But I was learning how to become a comedian. And I worked on the side doing my stand-up, having a family, doing all the things. And at some point I took the leap about 12 years ago to go full-time into doing comedy.
Now, with any, talent show, a lot of us just get the picture of the performer being on stage, what the judges are saying. Run us through that experience. How does it go down? How's the audition process?
So it's very mixed match because a lot of the what you see on television, you record before you even do your presentation.
Okay.
So I'm recording the kind of like behind stage, getting ready, but that happened the day before I even performed.
Wow.
Yeah, so you go in there and they get all this B-roll, and then you go out and you walk on stage, and it's just a different feeling because you got a theater full of folks. When I performed, we had just come out of the pandemic, so I think they did a little bit of magic with the audience because we were still kind of quarantined a little bit. So they did some Hollywood stuff with the crowd, and you step out there. And Howie, and you're looking at Sophia, and you're looking at all the judges, especially Simon.
Yes.
And it's just like he says, "Hey, tell us a little about yourself," and then off and away you go.
Were you nervous? Just talking about those judges, I know Simon Cowell is just one of those that he's either hit or miss when it comes to talent and comedy, especially. If you're not making him laugh, he might just give you that no. But you got a yes from all 4. Were you intimidated? Were you scared?
I thought I was fine until I stepped on the star. 'Cause
Okay.
there's a star that you got to walk out on, and when I planted both feet on the star, I was like, "Oh, this is real." Because before that, I was preparing myself for the actual presentation. But when I stepped on that stage, when I sat on the star and I looked out at the judges, who all looked like $1 million. Their teeth, they were shiny. They were just like money. Like, I'm like, this is a very expensive looking group of people. And I knew I was nervous until I said my first couple of words.
Okay.
I heard a laugh. Then I settled in.
And you were ready to go after that.
Yeah, I settled in.
Talking about this experience, what would you say is your favorite part? When you walked off that stage, you got the yeses, how were you feeling?
I felt great, and one of the best parts, Terry Crews, who was standing on the side, he handed me my phone to call my family. And so there's a scene of me calling my family, and I think they were at a restaurant, and we're FaceTiming, like, I got 4 yeses, and they were all in the background celebrating. I think that's probably one of the biggest highlights of my career.
Mike, you mentioned, being from Camden, never saw that this would be the big stage, the
Right.
big time for you.
Right.
But you did it. And there's so much amazing talent here in the Midlands. How would you encourage other people who would say, I don't know if I can go all the way? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I'm an example of that. I've never left the state of South Carolina as it relates to my talent. I said, I'm going to be successful from here.
Yes.
I don't need to move to LA. I don't need to move to New York. I can catch a flight and go do the things I need to do and come back. So if you have a dream, pursue it, and you can get anywhere from here. I mean, I think there's a junior college or someone that I think that's their slogan. Like we can get you anywhere from this point. And I believe that about Columbia in the Midlands and the state of South Carolina in general.
Absolutely. The sky is the limit here in South Carolina, and Mr. Mike Goodwin has proven that. Again, congratulations on those 4 yeses, being a competitor on one of the top shows. And again, if you missed the 20th anniversary special, you can watch it now on Peacock. America's Got Talent returns next Tuesday with live shows right here on WIS 10 starting at 8 p.m. Mike, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having
Great to
me.
meet you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.